Stan, good to see you again. How's things?
Hey Rosco, how have yours? Yeah, good. It's always good to be back home. But I do miss the road, and sometimes it feels like it was just a dream. But
I know
yeah,
it's amazing. I can't believe it. You're back in Kangaroo Island. That's back near Adelaide. If anyone doesn't know where Kangaroo Island is now, they after following your journey on Facebook and really appreciated all your live updates and all your blogs and all the work you put in posting around as you travel around Australia, because you put some incredible places on the map, not just for the EV community, but for everybody, right? So really fascinating from my perspective, following it around, going some places that maybe it could be a bit of a challenge for most people. But I thought, let's catch up and dig in some of the details of what you achieved and how you did it. Maybe those people watching might be interested in following. And we've got the map here, which, so you started off in South Australia, in Kangaroo Island, right down the bottom there. And which way did you go? What happened next?
so I did it counterclockwise this time up the east coast. Well, I did the Great Ocean Road first, then through Mornington Peninsula, Gippsland, up to see my family in the south coast of New South Wales, and all the way up the east coast to Cairns. A lot of people turn west at Townsville. That's the main normal way of going, but this time I added on the extra challenge of going across Cape York to Karumba up there. That's on the Gulf of Carpentaria on the inside. And I'll just keep going now, I guess. Then down to Mount Isa, across the Northern Territory, into the Northern Territory, the Barclay Homestead, up to Catherine. Then you kind of have to do a little dog leg up to Darwin because it's not directly on the. So back and forth there. Then across the rest of the Northern Territory, through Kununurra, through the Kimberleys, then Broome, and then down the west coast, Carnarvon, Geraldton, Perth. And then this time I decided to do the southwest as well. So I went down through Bunbury, Bridgetown, Denmark, Esperance, and then back across the Nullarbor.
It is absolutely amazing. How many weeks? How many nights?
So it was 36 days and 15,400 kilometres.
Yeah.
I mean, so about the same time I was doing my lap, Harold did it in his Model Y in 10 days, which is just insane. That kind of equaled his record. But Harold's not a normal person, but I at least, I didn't do that much sightseeing either, but because the days were really short, so that's something I didn't factor in, was because it's winter, the days were short, so I could really only do 500, 600 Ks a day, sometimes 800, but that was plenty. So there's charging stops along all the way, and these spots that I visited are like the main clutch spots that you need to make it across the top. So.
And of course it was you and Twiggy. You had a trusty companion on the way as well. How was it living in the Zeekr? So it's a Zeekr7x. So shout out to Zeekr. Stan bought a Zeekr7x not long ago and decided to set off on this journey to give it a bit of a test. Is it mostly sealed roads for a start?
So all sealed roads, except when I went across the top there at Cape York, they the roads have one lane in the middle, and then there's dirt on either side. So there's if there's a truck or a car coming, you kind of have to. I was just pulled straight over and let them stick to the bitumen because I didn't want the rock spraying on my windscreen. But I did actually go through 2 windscreens, so the car was perfect. The 7X, it was really comfortable to sleep in. So I slept in it pretty much 20 out of the 36 nights.
It's got a massive sunroof, so again that must be nice at nighttime as well. It must maybe not as claustrophobic as people might imagine.
No, it's pretty nice. It's got camping mode, so it keeps the aircon on all night, which is clutch, really important. And then it's got nice ambient lighting and pretty comfortable place to be. It also has vehicle to load, so I cooked a steak along the way.
I was going to put up one of the Vita L with the Vita barbecue, but I didn't put that one up. But so that was pretty comfortable.
Pretty versatile vehicle and plenty of space for me and Twig.
How many nights how many nights again sleeping in the car? Yeah.
I did work out. Well, I charged at caravan parks 20 times.
Yeah.
Out of the 36. There were a couple of other times that I did sleep in the car and didn't charge. So it might have even been more like 25 out of the
Yeah.
36. I only spent, I think, 5 nights in hotels. And then I did have the tent out 4 or 5 times as well. So it was kind of a combination of sleeping in the car at caravan parks or at truck stops, or just, in the tent and or in hotels.
And so, yeah, like charging is obviously the biggest challenge, right? But either trying to find fast chargers, and here's a spot here that look at that massive solar array there. Whereabouts was this one?
So that's Barclay Homestead, and as you go into the Northern Territory from Queensland, it's completely off the grid. That's like the longest stretch with no charges. So you have to charge at that roadhouse at the caravan park. You don't have to. There's been cars that have gone, like, as long as you've got like about 500 k's range, you should be right. But
Yeah. That looks like a long straight road in and out, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the most isolated. I mean, even for petrol cars, right? So, I did rock up there half an hour too late to get the last powered site, so I just spent an extra day. But I didn't mind because it was a nice place to hang out. They've got really good food. They got like a pool. They had guinea fowl walking around.
That's just across the Queensland Northern Territory border, just on that.
Yes. Barclay Homestead, that's the one. Yeah. So there's a couple of those, and then like across the Kimberleys as well. That's definitely clutch. You need those. I keep saying that word, but you need them because there's nothing else basically. But the charging in all the rest of all of the other states is really pretty good.
Yeah.
That's the other solar powered one. That's at Ngumban Cliffs in the Kimberley. So that one's really crucial because unfortunately the chargers in the main towns of Fitzroy and Halls Creek are smashed. So that one kind of helps. And then you pull into Fitzroy Crossing and charge up at the Lodge Caravan Park overnight. So that's probably the biggest challenges. And then the Nullarbor was a bit of a challenge this time because some of the charges were playing up.
Yeah, okay.
But
and this one we're looking at now, whereabouts was that one?
That's the Ngumban Cliffs. So that's halfway between Fitzroy Crossing and Halls Creek. So it's basically the Kimberley, halfway through the Kimberley, which is the northwestern Western Australia.
And how's this one working? That's solar, obviously. And then what are the 2 white boxes?
Yeah, so that's it's a big solar array. It's off the road, like in a parking area. So that's good because it doesn't get a lot of attention. And there's just those are big solar arrays. Then they feed that big white box, which is a battery. Yeah. 3 batteries, and that's probably enough to charge 2 or 3 cars. Yeah. And then the smaller white box is a diesel generator. So if for whatever reason 3 cars came along and drained the battery, the diesel generator is supposed to kick in. That's never happened to me at this particular charger. It has at others. So that's kind of how it works. And it probably only gets a car, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, if that. So
okay.
Especially in the wet season, probably less than that. But
how far from anywhere is this one? Like how far to get here, and then how far to the next one?
So I think I drove like 370 or 380 kilometers from Warman, which is south of Kununurra, to get there. And then once I got there was another 100 k's to Fitzroy Crossing. So I think I got there with enough to make it to Fitzroy Crossing with like single digits, but it just because I hypermile, which means in long stretches like that I go like about 90 k's, and then that means that even if I get to that charge and it doesn't work, I could always try and get to the next one regardless. So that saved me in the Nullarbor again, because there was another one where I rocked up and there were 2 BYDs charging. And they were relatively novice, and they hadn't figured out that they could have used the AC charger, and or even just the campground chargers, and got more than the 2 kilowatts they were getting out of the charger. So anyway, but yeah, there's just different strategies and things like that. Always be charging is true. So.
And that's a great opportunity to see some people around. There's another one of you entering the Tropic of Capricorn. So everything looks so far and flat and a long way away. So you must enjoy the driving. Do you enjoy the driving?
Yeah, I mean, it's really nice car to drive with 650 horsepower and air suspension. So it's pretty much the perfect long road tripping car, I reckon. But yeah, I just love seeing the landscape unfold in front of me, and to go from like rainforest to desert in one day, or like the desert down to like farmland on the west coast in 1 or 2 days. Yeah, it's a pretty amazing thing to witness. And I didn't do a lot of sightseeing, but I had the dog with me, and it's mainly whatever I saw at the windshield was what I saw, but that's still a lot. So yeah, it's
amazing. And seeing some of the people on the way, we've got the guys from This Stellar Life on the show tonight as well watching. They give a shout out. So yeah, it's all those experiences catching up with people as you go around the country as well. And you had a lot of meetups and met lots of people with EVs. Yeah.
Definitely one of the highlights. I know we tried to meet up Rosco, but just couldn't make ships cross in the night. But I did catch up with Nirav and do a bit of a video with him, and then also Brandy from Stellar Life, and then the AVA people in Perth and Darwin, and then just random people that I did have a few people come up to me that just recognised me from the channel from Facebook, which was amazing.
That's cool. It was everywhere. And Joe, and you saw Joe up, and Joe's on the line. He's on the line from China. You saw Joe before he went, So.
Yeah, Joe, and there was 7 or 8 of them in the basement of the Ridges Hotel checking out the Zeekr. So that was a cool experience. And the one in WA on the Swan River was just as nice. So very, very fun times.
And you got some great support from Zeekr, obviously. But how you've come out of a Polestar 2 and into the Zeekr7x, and how did you find it generally? You've done both trips back to back in 2 different cars now.
Yeah, so that's according to the Tesla Owners Club of WA. This was the 70th lap. And my first one, I was the 41st to do it in the Polestar 2. And so apparently I'm the only one that's done it in multiple cars, multiple brands.
Okay.
And I'm one of only 3 that have done it more than once. So
that's amazing. That is amazing.
Yeah, that
is amazing. We were talking earlier about some of your next thoughts and some of the other different variations of which way you can go around. So what else can you do?
You can do a figure of 8, which is just looping through the middle there. I missed out on doing Tasmania. Last time I did it, I went straight down to Tasmania after a couple of weeks. But that's my next trip as soon as the new ferries start running. And then also I want to go up straight through Alice Springs and see Uluru back up to Darwin. So I'll probably do that next winter, I think.
We'll get into trouble because we've left Tasmania off the map.
Yeah, I know.
That's right. Apologies, anyone from Tasmania watching. Completely unintentional. It didn't form part of the route this time, but we do acknowledge it's still part of Australia's. So you can do a figure 8. You can go down the middle, up the middle. Any advice to anybody that's looking to do this sort of trip?
So from experience of running into people that were having a few troubles, is take all the cables. So have an AC cable, have the 15 amp. Certain places up the very top, the 5-pin adapter charger is key as well. Though you don't really need that for daily driving. But up there where you can charge at showgrounds and things like that, it's good. And then what else? Make sure you've either got a Telstra SIM or a Telstra phone, because if you're relying on some of the other mobile coverage, it's not as good in a lot of the regional areas. And then other things just like have like a 2-way radio, a personal EPIRB, Starlink satellite, so all that kind of stuff. But I haven't had any trouble. Went completely smooth. I had a spare tyre, full-size spare tyre.
I was going to say, did you take it? You took a full-size spare.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I took the Space Saver last time. At this time, I just thought
Yeah.
there's a nice spot in the back of the Zeekr where it fits, and I could still sleep in the back there and didn't have to tear anything apart. So
Yeah, you don't want to be pulling it all apart. So
it
it's
did feel good taking it out after not having to use it.
yeah,
But the whole trip, I mean, I don't know, like having done it twice now, I've been relatively lucky in terms of like,
yeah,
I mean, I had some close calls with kangaroos and other things as well, but
yeah,
I survived it all. So it's a good feeling to make it back in one piece, you know. But yeah, no flats or anything
mm,
like that, just a broken windshield,
mm.
which I had repaired. And
I was going to say, yeah, do you have any damage to the car? Yeah,
no, there's a few stone chips and things
yeah,
like that that I'm going to be getting looked at. I got this like the smash and
mm,
dent repair package thing, so I'm going to take advantage of that, and it's due for its first 20,000 kilometer service. Although that first 20,000 k is only a voluntary, and I think it's a free service.
yeah,
And then the first one's at 40,000. But I'm going to have them look at it, just because although I do think the highway miles is less stressful on a car than
yeah,
doing stop and start through the city kind of thing, because it's just
yeah.
sitting there on the highway.
That's
And it wasn't, we haven't really spoken about it, but the charging. So
efficiency.
I did, well, efficiency and also just the amount of fast charging versus slow charging.
Yeah,
So I fast charged only 27 times on that whole lap. And that cost me $580,
mm.
which is pretty amazing. And then there was some other thing, 22 kilowatts. So all up was like $680 that I paid for charging
Yeah,
specifically. And then the rest of it was just camping and charging on the 15 ampere caravan parks.
yeah.
So they don't charge you anything extra for that. There's been a lot of debate as to whether that's allowed or anything, but I've never had anyone tell me not to do it or whatever. So
No.
especially up north there, I think they know that it's like really like if you can't plug your car in, you're basically stuck there. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
uh, they realise that. That's only a very few. That's like Barclay Homestead and Fitzroy Crossing,
yeah,
those kind of places. But anyway, my point is that it didn't really cost very much.
yeah.
So
It's
uh, I
unbelievable.
mean,
And
and the car was
yeah,
relatively efficient for being such a big lump. But
and you did over 1,500 kilometers in 36 days. So doing it in 10 days is
15, yeah,
absolutely unbelievable.
15,400. Yeah, no, very happy with it. I know that if I stuck between 85 and 90, I could get 600 Ks
Yeah,
coasting along. So that is a good feeling. But there's other people that have done it in base MGs and Konas and things like that. So you don't need a huge battery. As long as you
yeah.
can do about 300 Ks, you're right.
Absolutely amazing, Stan. And now you've got to stay home, do some work. What's your day job? For anyone that doesn't doesn't know you by now, give Kangaroo Island another plug, will you? It's
Yeah,
you should be ambassador. You should be chairman of tourism.
if you do the lap of Australia, you should have to do a lap of Tasmania and a lap of Kangaroo Island, I reckon.
We've got Travel in
Yes.
Tasmania are on. They're not happy about being left off the they're not
I'll
they're
have
not
to make
happy
a
about being
special
left off.
Yeah,
We have got someone from Tasmania watching. They're not happy. So
yeah, I've got a few Tassie fans, so
yeah.
I definitely plan to go there. It's the next spot I want to go. So,
All right.
but I'm a journalist for the Islander newspaper, so it's a matter of finding time off
Yeah.
work to do it. So, I just booked the ferry again next week, going to Adelaide to the launching of the new ferry.
Yeah.
So I'll be maybe putting that up in an episode
Mm.
and crossing the strait
And we won't see it everything electric this year, unfortunately. So
I'm not 100% ruling it out, but
okay. Oh, good.
I might just suddenly decide to go. But it's September, right?
Yeah, yeah. I'm just about to do a lead in. We're just about to do a lead into it. So I'm giving everyone a quick reminder. Wow, with this message here. So yeah. So
All right.
thanks,
Nice to
Stan.
chat, Rosco.
Any final advice for anyone that's wanting to do this magnificent trip? I just want to do a bit of a wrap up. We really appreciated your live covers. They were cool. Just a nice walk around, bit of casual, some catch up, give people a chance to have a chat and see where you were. They were really cool. We appreciate you catching up with us. when we were on there on Wednesdays, we did it a couple of times under some trying circumstances. So,
Yeah. That was a relatively stressful times was when I was having trouble
Mm.
finding accommodation. But no, thanks so much for giving me the opportunity to live stream on that. And yeah, it was fun doing the daily vlog and doing videos every day.
Yeah.
It was like that was a fair bit of work, but
it was cool. Yeah. Thanks,
yeah, it was
Dan.
cool. Thank you so much, and
Look
thanks
forward
for
to seeing you.
following. And I guess
Hopefully,
just,
on Everything Electric.
yeah, if you are going to go out there, just plan it
Yeah.
and just make sure you plug share.
Mm.
Plan it, plug share, and then have a good route planner, like a better route
Where
planner.
is Twiggy close by? Can Twiggy say goodbye?
Twiggy, come here. Twiggy. There she is.
There she is. Good man. She's happy to be home. She enjoyed it.
Yeah, she had a great time. Yeah.
Can she bark on?
Number one
Can she
driver.
bark? Can she bark or not? So,
Twiggy bark, see?
yeah. Thanks, Stan.
All right.
See ya. That was Stan from Kangaroo Island TV, and Tweety, of course, is back from their trip around Australia. Just, it rolls off the tongue pretty easily, but it's a phenomenal trip. I suggested to Stan that he might be here for Everything Electric, which just leads me into our catch up. We'll be there, Mrs. Amazing and I. It's the 18th to the 20th of September. It's only 7 weeks away now. They're getting primed up for it now. Elliot's going to be there. Sarah's going to be there. Everyone's going to be there. Dan's going to be there. Tom's going to be leading it. I think there's a few more YouTubers going to be there as well presenting. We'll be there for sure covering it. Can't wait. And if you want some tickets, there's a link down below. We've got a 20% discount. Amazing EV. If you use that coupon, you can get a ticket. It won't be far away.